Hiya, glad you've stopped by. Today's video we are going to update my small bedroom and give you a little tour of the whole bedroom. So I updated my bedroom a few months ago, and now we passed by the summer and we are now in autumn, getting to winter. The weather is getting cold, so time to give the bedroom a bit more refresh and update and make it more warm and welcoming. So I've been planning a long time to put some mirror in the top of my wood wall panel where I have my lights, and so I decided to grab these two mirrors of TEMU, which came just about a week on. It's like quite really heavy. It's designed like the old type kind of mirror, but it's really heavy. They look quite small, exactly the size I needed to. I took quite a long time to find these mirrors because the space I have and I wanted to put them in, they are quite really limited. So that is the space by the side of the bed with the panel in where I want it to fit in that space, and this is exactly what I needed. So I got it off TEMU and decided to try it and see, and they fit perfectly. So I'm going to prepare these, go ahead and hang them on the wall before I update the bedroom. And also, to continue today, I have taken off my bed sheet and everything else. I'm going to clean everything. I've washed my sheet and stuff, so everything on the bed is going to be very fresh. So updating is not only updating the things in the room. I'm going to change the bedding and everything, so that's what I'm going to do now. Already I've taken the sheets and other pillowcases and stuff out and in the wash, so just getting rid of the things that I don't need there at the moment before continuing with my update. So on the wall I'm going to use the picture hangers to hang this mirror. These hangers are designed to be hanging like pictures, but they are really strong. Both of them had about 2 nails into the wall, which is much handier than going to drill into the wall. It's quite really easy to attach to the wall, very simple. Although the mirrors are very heavy, these are designed in a way that the nails hook downward, so when I hang the mirror it's not going to fall or anything. It will hold really strongly, so that's why I'm going to use these hooks to hang the mirror. So just doing the first one, they look really cute. Actually, they match the bedroom very well, the colors, the warm colors and what I'm looking for. So just putting them there, and then I'll continue with the next one. I also wanted to paint the back of the wall where the headboard is about black. You can see it now is cream. I wanted to update it and change and paint it black, and maybe change the headboard to something like a bit creamish to see how the bedroom will look, give it a different look. But I think I'm maintaining this at the moment because it look actually warm how I want it and still bringing more light in bright, so which is kind of the vibe I'm really going for. So this is just a very small bedroom. My bed is a king size bed in that bedroom, so you can imagine the space in the room. The side of the space that are left are not that big, so this is not a massive bedroom really, just I'll say a medium one, not that too small and not too big, and it's just in between really, so a bit of smaller than an average kind of bedroom. So just getting things all set and hanging the second mirror, and it look actually really good as I mentioned. So the picture in the middle, hanging on top of the bed, I was thinking to change that one too and bring in something a little bit more warmer, but at the moment I'm going to keep that because I've not decided on what picture I want to hang there yet. This same picture is hanging in my living room. I have about 3 of them. I bought originally 4, so 3 are hanging in the living room and 1 is hanging in the bedroom, so it's the same kind of picture really. If you go to downstairs in the living room, it also has similar kind of tone of wall color, a little bit creamish. The paint I use is called Egyptian cotton. I did this DIY over 2 years ago, and the bedroom still look kind of nice and warm vibe. And those 2 units at the side, I also DIY'd them. They were kind of red wood I got off Facebook, and I decided to sandpaper it down, put a paint on it, and also use a wood like wax on it, so give it kind of a warm wood vibe. So getting all done, I also decided to change there is a small mat underneath the bed. That one has been there for a while. I took it from the living room previously and put it underneath the bed, but it's not big enough. So this autumn warm autumn, I decided to change the rug in the living room, bring something different, warm. So when I change the one in the living room, I'm bringing that one, the old one that was there, down to the bedroom. To I don't want to keep buying new things, because if you keep buying things it's like quite a lot of waste of money. So I'm going to reuse the same one that was in the living room, put it here. As you can see, this is what I mean by it's very tiny. This rug is from IKEA. I bought it off Facebook, somebody used, and I cleaned it really well, and I used it in my living room before I changed the previous one. So anytime I change the rug in the living room, I either bring it to my bedroom and then change a different one, like this one I'm taking out might be in my son's children's room, so I keep changing things around. The same things I have, I keep changing them around. And as you can see, the side of the bed opening, it has storage underneath, both sides of the bed, both ends of the bed. I've had this bed over 6 years now. I think 6 getting to 7 years, as long as I've been in the UK. Yeah, I've had the same bed from my old house, and still the same bed I'm using. So I've decided really to give it, you know, a good of like a change, especially the mattress. I've had this mattress for a very long time now. It's really old. Very old mattress, and sometimes we feel a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit much tougher than it was. So I'm definitely going to change that. That is definitely on my list, going to change it. I need a good sleep, so I'm going to change that mattress soon. Also, as I said, the rug I'm putting on the ground now is the one I took from the living room previously, so that's why I'm laying it down there. As you can see, the color look really nice. It looked like one of those you know, kind of Asian kind of designs. It looked really gorgeous, kind of it looked really good anyway, matching the bedroom, the vibe there. Currently, as you can see, the bedding is about black and a little bit of tone inside, so this matches it perfectly. And the original carpet on the floor, as you can see, is gray, so everything there just to match a bit, you know, give it that kind of a warm vibe and matching all around. So just trying to adjust this one to fit well, so I can pull it up all the way to the top. So this is the one, as I mentioned, on using the downstairs, and I give it a good wash. That's why it's looking clean. It used to be very dirty because I've used it downstairs, which is kind of where a lot of like traffic, people will do walk around every time. It's much more like more traffic than the bedroom, so it was very dirty. And I will show you how I managed to wash this rug during this raining kind of weather. After we finished the summer, I did not wash it in summer, I washed it around this cold autumn weather. So I'll show you how I wash it and how I dried it up. And I did not send it to the cleaners or anything. I did this all by myself. You can also do it at home. The rug is really nice. It's quite really soft, although it is very thick and very big. It's quite really easy to wash actually by soaking it into the water. Nothing like bleach, putting very good like washing powders and stuff, soaking it out for a while and wash it to give it this nice clean look that we got now. As you can see, it's still got a bit of creamish tone to it and look really nice, although it's not the biggest rug I wanted for my bedroom. As you can see, the king size bed is not, it's quite bigger, and this rug will have been nicer if it is quite even wider going to the edges. It will be really nice, but at the moment I don't have enough space, so that's why I'm just managing what I have. And as I mentioned, I'm not going to buy a brand new thing just to come and, you know, update the bedroom. Yeah, so this is the whole point of it, managing what you have and, you know, saving enough so that you can maybe use for something else. So going on, I'm going to put this sheet on my bed. I wanted to iron it, but no, I realized I actually don't need an ironing because I'm going to jump into the bed when I finish. So what's the point of ironing it? Often I do iron my sheets sometimes, but this one, the way it's designed, when you spread it around well, you see like it become very smooth, so there is no need of ironing it at all. It is really good coating, so you can decide to iron it or not, but I decided not to iron it. So I bought this sheet previously for my covering in the summer because it used to be very hot in the summer and I still wanted to cover myself up, and I was just using this as a cover up for myself. But then it is a sheet and it's still handy for the bed, so it comes in both ways. Sometimes in summer I use it to cover myself, and sometimes I use it to cover the bed, and so it serves different purposes depending on the weather and what I want it for. So just putting the bedding on, and as you can see what I mean, I don't need to iron it at all. It's becoming very smooth as I put it on the bed and spread it all around and, you know, tuck it in properly. And as I mentioned earlier on, definitely going to change this bed. The dream bed I have is to get one that lifts, like one of those gas lifts, yeah, where it have a lot of space underneath, because the bed side I have now, the space I have is at the two sides where it's very small. I put things underneath, so if I get one that lifts up the whole bed, like underneath the whole bed would be a storage, which is really handy. What I want, I could put things like my coats that I don't need in winter, like I don't need in summers, and save them up for winter. I can change things up and also put things like, you know, heavy duvets and stuff underneath because I don't have spaces for all those things. Even some towels can even go there because I have a lot of spare towels and stuff. Yeah, so I think that would be a good idea if I change the bed. Anyway, also part of my decor and stuff, just to update it, you know. Once in a while you need a change. I like changes. I like changing things around in my house. I don't like things looking the same every day. At least once in a month or so, I like to change things around, make sure things look different, you know, just give you the vibe that you want depending on your mood. Sometimes having a very clean, nice, decorated home makes me feel really good. Yeah, makes me feel better than not, like leaving the house just like, not clean and having things all disorganized around. I don't like it at all. So just doing the bed. And also I wanted to paint, you see the wall on the side there that is white, it's like bare white plain. I wanted to paint it, but I've been thinking what to paint it with, because I've been thinking to paint it something like black, but when I paint it black it's going to be really dark and take the whole light out of the room. So what do you think about this wall? What should I do to this wall? I've been dreaming of painting it so much, but I don't really know what to paint it with. So bring your suggestions and I will see what to do. So also at the top there, the paint I mentioned, I used to paint the the headboard of the wall, which is cream Egyptian cotton. I was thinking to use it to paint the side where it's white, so like to paint all the walls in the bedroom the same color. But then thinking about it, so when I paint it with the same color, I don't know, the whole bedroom is going to look very plain again. You get my point? Yeah. So these night dresses I bought is very nice, smooth and silky. I bought it from I think Shein, I think either Shein or one of them, I think it's Shein, yeah. And it feels very nice when you wear it in the night. And I don't often wear like clothes to bed. I am the type that I like to feel the bed on my skin and sleep in the warm, like skin touch. I like that. But once in a while, sometimes it can be really cold, and when, let's say I go to bed alone or something, to start with I wear that, and sometimes by the end of the day I wake up, by the time I wake up it's already off. Anyway, so just putting the duvet on and also the cover. I hate doing this part. This is the worst part of me making bed. This is the main reason why sometimes I don't like making bed. Anyone else like making bed, putting on these duvet covers? I hate them. It's not my thing at all. Because where I grew up, we never have these things. We never have like duvets. We never have anything like this that put double layer up on your bed. But now I got used to it and I have to just adjust to it. So there we go. Learning to do things, when you go to Rome, you do what Romans do. So, well, if you don't want to freeze yourself up, then you have to do what you got to do. So just trying to put the cover on. Sometimes it's a struggle, as I mentioned earlier on, and I try my best and pull it all along until I hold it. I fix it to the edges of the sheet, as I mentioned, and then I try and spread it around, like try and blow it out, and it will fit in perfectly. That's how I do it sometimes. When you blow it out, it's become very good. Like as I said, yeah, this is how I do it. So I'm holding both corners with the duvet inside, so when I shake it and spread it, the cover goes in nicely, and that's how it works easier for me. So then I'll put it onto the bed and then now try and do the buttons at the end of it. That is simple how I do it. Which other way do you do yours? How easy do you find putting these covers on your duvets? So continuing, this sheet, this duvet cover I'm also putting on is also cotton, which can also easily be ironed, but I'm not going to iron this either. I'm thinking of buying this kind of steamer, that steamer hand iron, where sometimes you just easily connect it to the wall and you use the steam to straighten up the clothes and stuff, which is kind of another easy way to iron clothes, really, rather than going for the putting iron on things and heat and all that. That is a very easy way. I've seen people use it a lot. They even use it for curtains, which I think will be handy for me if I have that. So maybe next time I should try and get something like that and try and see if it works for me. I think that would be good. Also, it's quite really handy to have it if you have clothes that, let's say cotton clothes that always wrinkle quickly and you don't have time to iron. Maybe you just use the steam to just straightening it up and wear as you go out. So something like that will really do. So almost getting done with the bed and just getting things all done. I'm going to clean the surfaces of the units at the side and just update them a little bit more, and that is it really. I don't have much to update in the bedroom, but putting the mirrors on and making the whole bedroom look fresh and smelling nice. I'm also going to spray my normal room spray perfume inside, which will make it like very good, nice smell. So going to do that and quite a few bits of updates, and you will see how good this bedroom looks. Just sometimes the little things that makes a big difference. As I mentioned earlier on, you don't need luxury expensive stuff, just very simple things. And one thing I always do to maintain my bedroom clean always is every morning when I wake up, I do my bed. I make my bed. There is no day ever that I woke up without making my bed. I can't remember a day. All of the time I've been in this country, about 7 years now, there is no day. And it's the truth. There's no day that I wake up without making my bed, because when I go into bed in the evening, I can't sleep properly when the bed is a bit wrinkled and all that. I don't like it. So this cover I'm using to line up the edges of the bed is kind of stuck with a bit of fluff from feathers, tiny feathers. So we have two different pillows there. this wasn't a diffuser, has been there for a while. I haven't cleaned it, so just showing how dirty it looks. That's how much sometimes I don't have time to do things. So this is the diffuser refill I'm going to do. That one goes to the side of my bed, and just refilling it up and putting it there. So as I mentioned earlier on, the pillows in my partner's side going to the window side has these pillows that are very soft. They contain feathers, something goose feathers. I don't know, I've never seen them, I've never used it before because it's not my thing. I feel like they prick me, but he likes it because he says it's much comfortable. And mine is like one of those very soft, like cushion filler. So mine is quite soft, something a regular pillow, I would say. That's what I use, so I like that. One of them that I have is also like one of those foam type of pillow. That's the one at the top, like first white pillow on the top. That is what I have. So I don't really like the feather ones at all. Sometimes I go to bed and I feel like something is pricking me through the bed. I keep saying, what is that? I'll try and pull it out, and it's those tiny little feathers. Come on, who sleeps with feathers? Anyway, I guess everyone is different and we all like something different, so well, it works for him and that's all right. So just cleaning this one too. This one too has been there for a while. I hardly, as I mentioned, have had time to really do updates and clean things, so I'm going to make sure I keep these things, you know, in my routine, that I'll often clean up, because it's quite really important to keep your area really updated and clean and smelling nice and fresh. So just making the whole place nice and warm. I'll definitely make sure when it is getting to next spring, the winter spring, I'll also update a little bit more and put some bit of warm stuff. Also Christmas is coming, don't forget, so I may do some bit of updates again, put, you know, that the season kind of a greenish scone and stuff in there, and to make everything look really nice for the Christmas. So I may update the bedroom. I've never updated my bedroom before during Christmas, but I think doing it will look really nice and cute. So let's see how it goes. I will try my best and do that. So finish cleaning my lights. Both of the lights are the same. I got this off Facebook for a while ago, and the bulb, I decided to buy this bulb off what's the name, Shane, and my partner sometimes laugh at it because who puts a blinky different kind of colored light in the bedroom? Anyway, but sometimes I like it because depending on my mood, when I'm going to bed, I just put whichever color on. Sometimes maybe light blue, warm, depending, sometimes the mood, you just put the light on and I feel like it feels really nice. The light in there, you know, it makes the room feel very warm and ambient, if you know what I mean, very relaxing. That's why I like sometimes to just, you know, put that light on and just go to bed. And although I don't have light on when I go to sleep, I just put it on to do things around off it and go to sleep. Yeah, so just connecting them back onto the wall, and I'll put them, this one to on. It's also the same bulb in both of them, so it's all electrically operated, no charging. So anyway, just cleaning that side too, and put a little bit of update. There used to be a flower in the corner, yeah, this flower which I made tall a while ago, but now I've added them together to make it short, just hiding the corner there because I don't want the bedroom to be too much full loaded of things. And this warm this white mask vanilla bedroom spray, it's really nice. It's from the range. The range has opened recently in Bista where I live. It's not that far, and often and once in a while I do go there to grab things, and that's why I grabbed that from. This is so nice. Now the bedroom is much more updated, and on the side, getting to the left side is where I have my little drawer where I have my makeup and stuff on. You see how nice this bed feels? Very comfy and cozy looking. I jump into it and oh, I'm almost falling asleep instantly. Yep, that's how I want to feel when I go to bed. You know, when you go to hotels and you see that every day the beds are made nice and fresh, and you have, some people say they do sleep well in hotels. What do you think the reason is? It's because the beds are clean. Always the beds are made, they are very smooth, you know. So do the same to your bed and you will feel the same. So that's the spirit I want to keep up with, like, you know, keep your space the way you want it and you will feel happy. Yep, so just showing you how the mirror looks. This is how it looks. It has that design, old kind of design to it, and I like it, the touches. And this is the rug I put there. It look also really matching everything. As I said, if it was bigger it would be nicer, but it still does the job. And so just showing you the side, you know, straight up how the whole bedding setup look in the bedroom. Although the bedroom is not that big, it still have that nice warm clean vibe, and I love it. And this is the unit on the side as I DIY'd both of them the same. And anyway, that is how it looks now, and I think I'm in love with it. Thank you so much. I enjoy doing this bedroom update. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.